Hi, it's Caitlin, and I'm here today with some absolutely gorgeous polishes from Great Lakes Lacquer. These are actually polishes that people went so wild for when they were in Mariah's shop in August that it like cleaned her out of her bottle stock and it was her best sale to date. So for anyone who missed them, they are back. They are more beautiful than ever. I mean, they haven't changed, but they're just beautiful. It kind of flowed with what I was saying, but then it didn't make sense. So these are back, they're beautiful. I've got swatches for you and I'm just really excited to show these off. So if you do want to pick these up, they will be available in the Great Lakes Lacquer shop on September 15th at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. They will be available as a pre-order, which will close on September 24th at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And Mariah has noted that the turnaround will be between 15 and 21 days. So you'll have to be a little patient, but these are more than worth the wait. So let's get into the swatches. Let's start off with the duo that was part of the Polish Beauty Expo duo. That was redundant. Anyway, first up is See You Later Alligator. And this one is a Barbie pink filled with the same shimmer as A Cure Can Wait, which is a really popular polish that Mariah created, I think in 2022. And this one has specifically a fine particle shimmer that shifts between blue and purple with orange at extreme angles. And as you can see, this has an absolutely beautiful formulation. It does start out sheer, but it builds up beautifully. The brush strokes that you're seeing right now dry down, and I personally like it in two coats. This one is really, really glowy, as you're going to see very shortly. And this is like, no surprise, this is going to be one of my favorites because I just love a Barbie pink and I love blue shimmer. And this one really packs a punch with the shift. So it almost looks purpley at some angles, but then here with the backlight, it looks like a really hot pink. And this one is just so much fun. I can't say enough good things about it. If you're a fan of pinks, then I definitely recommend picking it up. If you like blue shimmer, same thing, I recommend picking it up. But this one's quite a unique blue shimmer in that I guess it's more purpley than blue. So it's just a really interesting and unique polish. It's just a great combination of colors. Moving on, in the duo we have In A While Crocodile, and this one is an orange leaning coral filled with that same shimmer, so it shifts between blue and purple with orange at the extreme. So this one has a fantastic formula. It's very similar to See You Later Alligator. I want to describe it as plush. I don't know if that makes sense, but it's sheer, but it has sort of a plushness to it that makes for a really beautiful application. And it's also quite glossy. So this one, compared to See You Later Alligator, I built it up into 3 coats because I just felt like it needed the depth that a third coat added to get it looking a little more like I saw it in the bottle. And both polishes have a fantastic dry time. Building up 3 coats was super easy, and it does dry down just a tiny bit more dull than it applies. So you definitely want a good glossy top coat. I am using the Cuticula Limitless Quick Dry Top Coat in this video for all of my swatches. You probably already know how much I love it. And this one is a pretty coral and even more pink sibling to See You Later Alligator. And you can definitely really catch the orange at the extreme angle in this one in particular. This one is just like hot pink on steroids, but also kind of coral. So I don't know what to say. If you like pinks, you really need this duo. Both of these are beautiful. They're quite unique in my collection, and I just love the fine shimmer particle in this. It gives it a really cool kind of retro look that sort of reminds me of Silk Chiffon Cake from my Girly Bits collab. Moving along, we have There's No Crying in Polish Making, and this one is a white base filled with an aqua to indigo to orchid shifting shimmer, and this one truly glows. So again, it has a fantastic formula. It is loaded with shimmer, but the formula is fantastic. It's really easy to work with. It's very buildable, and this one definitely has topper potential. I cannot resist a white polish, so I love just wearing them on their own. But this one is beautifully smooth to apply. As you can see, no patchiness, completely even, and that shimmer is already popping off the nail. Again, I like my polishes on the sheer side, so I left it in 2 coats. You can see a tiny bit of my visible nail line in the swatch lighting, but in real life, there's so much shimmer in this that it completely obscures any nail line I could see. And here is the proof of that. This polish is just so glowy. It almost gives, and I don't want to say this because I feel like it might turn some people off, but it has this like frosted pearl quality to it, but it's not frosty in a gross way at all. It is honestly so stunning, and I cannot get enough of this polish. Now we're moving into some small batches. This one is Strawberry Lemonade, which is actually making me very thirsty for something like a strawberry lemonade, which I don't think I've ever had, but want immediately. This one is a pale butter yellow filled with pink to orange to gold shifting shimmer. And this is a classic kind of shimmer cream hybrid Great Lakes Lacquer formulation. Mariah does a great job with these, and as you can see, this builds up very beautifully and evenly, and the shimmer in this one is quite intense, as you're going to see. I really liked this one in 3 coats, so I wanted to make sure I got as good a coverage as possible, and apparently I got confused with which nail I had painted. So here it is as you build it up, and you can see that the yellow manages to be really sweet and delicate with that shimmer in there. It's just a beautiful combination, and it does dry down just a tiny bit dull. So as you can see, after adding the top coat, you definitely get that beautiful sort of plump glossy finish that I personally love so much. And you can already see that shimmer sort of popping out. I mean, it's beautiful. I don't think yellow nail polishes get enough love, and this one is a beautiful shade of yellow. It definitely is buttery. There's something very comforting and cute about this polish. It's just a really pretty polish, and I love the shimmer in here. It's really cool. I was trying to get the sunlight, and there you can see that it makes the red pink tones in the shimmer really pop out in the sun. Next up is one that people are going to lose their minds over. So this one is called Unicorn Poop. And this one is a dusty orchid pink purple with green to blue to purple shifting shimmer. And this was a small batch that Mariah brought to Polish Beauty Expo. It sold out at the event, and it was not available online initially, but Mariah has been able to bring it back for us, and just a huge thank you to Mariah, because people were losing their minds over this one, and I can see why. It is so pretty. The shimmer in this one is absolutely perfection. The base color is very soft and delicate. I left it in 2 coats. Again, there's so much shimmer in this that it will obscure any visible nail line. But if you wanted to build it up in 3, be my guest, live your own life, make your own choices. And here you can see how sparkly that shimmer is. And now you can see how shifty and luminous the shimmer is. This one is truly a bit of a chameleon. It changes depending on whatever lighting you're in. It always looks beautiful and ethereal, but it's so entertaining. It honestly is one of those polishes that I would not get bored of, and I don't know if it's an official sibling according to Mariah, but it reminds me a lot of the Village Chief from Great Lakes Lacquer, which is probably one of my favorite Great Lakes Lacquer polishes and potentially polishes ever. And this one is very close, in my opinion, but more purple instead of pink. And I could wear that polish for days. Like, honestly, look at this. It's so pretty. Oh my goodness. It kind of on my skin tone looks like it's not even there. So it creates this beautiful kind of neutral nail. Even though there's tons of shimmer, it just pops off. Here we have the Thorn Apple, which is a absolutely beautiful shade of light Kelly green. It's filled with a pink to orange to gold shifting shimmer. And this one is, again, fantastically formulated. The base builds up really easily and beautifully, and the shimmer is very, very, very visible. When it comes to greens, I am very picky, but this one checks all the boxes for me. I think it is a beautiful shade of green. It's pretty much a pastel, and then the shimmer just takes it to a whole other level. And I did think that this one looked best built up in 3 coats. And this is another one that will dry down just a tiny bit less glossy than it applies, so you definitely want to bring back the glossy factor. And I think this was another one that a lot of people were very excited about and wanted to see come back. So here it is in 3 coats plus top coat. And here it is with the shimmer showing itself off. This one kind of blew my mind. I didn't expect it to be as shifty as it is, but here it is quite the shifter. It is very entertaining on the nails, very beautiful on the nails, very dynamic, and it's a different polish depending on the lighting, depending on the day. And I love polishes like that. Next up we have Should Have Been a Shenanigans, and this one is another small batch. It's a deep violet filled with a vibrant pink to gold to green and blue shifting micro flake shimmer. And this one is for all the purple lovers out there. You're gonna flip your bean over this one. It is so purple and so shifty and sparkly. So again, there's no hollow in this one, but the shimmer particle size reflects the light so beautifully. And I also love the paddle brush that Great Lakes Lacquer has. It just makes the application so easy. And I also love their bottles. They are the only brand that has bottles like this, and I love that. It's so unique. And I love the roundness of their cap. It's hard to explain, but it's just very easy to grip, and it's also very visually appealing. So I liked this one in 2 coats. I thought it had really good coverage. Again, tons of sparkle in the shimmer to distract from any visible nail line. And here it is. This one is so shifty. It's just a really beautiful polish. I know there's a lot of purple fans out there. It's, again, I don't know if it's a confirmation bias. I feel like indie makers make a lot of purples, but I also feel like people really like purples, and I personally really like purples. So this is for all the purple people eaters. It is so pretty, so sparkly, and so purple. And here we have the last hugs. This one is a very beautiful, vibrant fuchsia filled with a pink to orange to gold shifting shimmer. And this one's also kind of sad because Mariah has decided to no longer attend or participate in nail polish events like Polish Beauty Expo or the Indie Shop when they did it, or Indie Expo. So this was sort of her last event that she attended, and she's famous for giving really great hugs, and it's true. She gives great hugs. That's what everybody tells me. I can't remember when we met if we exchanged hugs, but I don't think we knew each other as well as we do now. So I might never get a hug from Mariah, but you know what? Cherish it if you did, and if not, you can pick up this polish, which is her hug in a bottle, and you can see it is so beautiful. I just had to adjust my brightness because this one glows. Oh my goodness, this is such a pretty polish, and the formula is beautiful. You definitely see the orange when you start moving your hand around. This one is so bright. It's so pink. It is, for pink people like me, this one just excites me. So I love the almost metallic finish it has. It's just beautiful, and hopefully I've convinced you that you need it along with pretty much everything else in this video. There's a lot of beautiful polishes that Mariah has made. And this last polish, I probably am kind of mean for including it, but Mariah did send it to me. This is called The Last Love, and this was the exclusive in the bag that people got who attended the event. So you can't purchase this, and it was quite a small amount that were made available, but I wanted to include it selfishly because I was talking to Mariah once, and I said, what if you could make a polish that's like pink but has black flakes in it, or like ultra chameleon chrome shifting tiny little flakes, and then also iridescent flakes and hollow. And then she turned that conversation into this polish, and I think it is absolutely beautiful. It's really so pretty, and I don't have enough words for it, and I just wanted to show it off because it's really special, and hopefully you were able to attend the event and get a bottle because this one is just so pretty. It could probably also be a topper, but of course I like sheer things and I like to build them up on their own. So here it is in 3 coats plus top coat. I love the way that the iridescent flakes shift around, and I just love the base color of this one. It's like a really pretty, cool toned pink, and there's just something really unique and special about it. So Mariah is a nail polish making genius, and this is just proof of it. All of these polishes are proof of how amazing she is at making polishes. So if you don't have these yet, you need to pick them up. So my top picks are Unicorn Poop. Obviously, it is so pretty. It reminds me of a purple sibling to the Village Chief, which was in the November 2022 Great Lakes Lacquer release. It's one of my favorite polishes, and Unicorn Poop is now also one of my favorite polishes. And See You Later Alligator is like the pink of my dreams. It has blue shimmer, but it's not too intense. It just creates this really glowy, lit from within hot pink nail, which I am obsessed with. So let me know in the comments if you're planning on picking any of these up, or perhaps you already picked them up when they were available at the Polish Beauty Expo, or maybe you picked them up the last time they were on the Great Lakes Lacquer website. Let me know, and I hope you have a great day wherever you are. Bye.